Why, hello, welcome. I am Lady Genesis, and this is the Art Realm of Genesis. I am back with another marker review. I am very much aware that last Saturday I said I would probably do a painting, but I'm going to hold off on that until next week. I just really wanted to get this marker review out of the way. So with that, let's get started. These markers are from Five Below. I did mention in a few episodes back that I did have Five Below markers to begin with at home, off camera, that I used with my kids, and I thought they were kind of Well, I went back, school supplies, shopping and all that, and these sets of markers caught my eye. They are dual tipped alcohol markers, and they came in a set of pastel and a set with primary colors. And I could not pass them up. I thought they were super cute, and I wanted to share them with you guys on the channel. And that's why we're here. Also, I went on ahead and swatched the colors for you guys so you can see all of them, because I don't want to take up extra time doing a whole nother video just to show you guys colors. That's a waste. So I thought I'd put it all into one neat little package. And now that I got my colors swatched, it's time to break out the coloring page. This one is called Once Upon a Star Festival. I did make this a short video on my channel a couple of years back. In my humble opinion, it is one of the best couples pieces I've done, and I'm very proud of it. But I really wanted to turn it into a coloring page, and hopefully in the future I will have a whole coloring book. This is one of my goals that I'm trying to reach towards the end of the year. Now I want you to get in closely. You in? Are you listening? Okay. We listen and we don't judge. I suck at coloring pages. It doesn't matter if they're even mine. You would think an artist would be able to color in the lines. No, not me. I suck at it. And I've brought this up several times, so if that's something that bothers you, I apologize. But that's just who I am. And I mean, I've gotten better over the years. But yeah, I tried. Let's just say I tried. Also, if you hear bells in the background, that would be my cats. I am audio recording at almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and that is the time when they choose to catch the zoomies and run around and chase each other. So if you hear little howls and bells, I mean, I think they've kind of mellowed out now, but just in case you hear it, that's what that is. Now, regarding the piece at hand, I chose to pick the pastel markers mostly for the female, and I thought I would try to keep it as light and airy as possible. Of course, I did use different colors than the original piece because, let's be honest, I'm trying to make it a very well-rounded review for you guys so you can see as many colors as possible. Now, as far as the technique, I do like to go with the lighter color first and then start doing the shading, and then I will go blend back and forth until I get a right pigment for what I'm looking for in blending my colors. I have always done that. I find it makes gradients look really nice in any piece that I do. But when I was in college, I used a lot of markers, so I would go back and forth and blend it so it looks very smooth and fluid. I really do like these pastel markers. They are giving off very cute mermaid vibes, and I guess that's what pastels do, but I don't know, like the colors I picked, she reminds me of a mermaid. Technicality wise, the markers do color very smoothly. I like them. It's not as juicy as the ones from Temu, but you can still get a lot across the paper. Also, I kind of panicked when I first put on her pink for the skin because it looked like I was trailing ink from the coloring page itself, and I thought it was streaking, but it wasn't. It was actually just drying. So if you happen to get these markers when you see them at Five Below, just know that when you put them on initially, they look darker, but they dry brighter. I think my favorite part with coloring the girl in was her tips at the bottom of her hair. That light purple really came in handy, and I didn't know what to expect from like the lightest of colors that I got in these packages, but that light purple really does stand out. I don't know if it shows on camera, but it is a very faint pastel purple. After drawing with these pastel markers, I really think I should go ahead and do another pastel piece in the future. There's just something really quaint and charming about pastel vibes. I don't know what it is, but I'm starting to have an appreciation for it, because normally when I color, it's like bam, in your face colors. But no, I'm starting to feel a certain type of way about pastels as of recently. Now it was time to move on to the male, and I'm just letting you know now that I did use the pastel green from the pastel collection to start off his skin, because I wanted it not to overpower her skin. And then I brought in other colors from the primary set, like the bright green, dark greens, the blues, the purples, but I just kind of bridged the gap a little bit with the little bit of pastel. I really do admire how smooth these markers glide onto the paper. For the pastels, they just look so soft. I don't know how to explain it. It's just very soft and calming. Does anyone understand what I'm trying to say here? They just make it look so smooth, like a dream, like it's just so airy. And well, I guess because it is pastel, but you know what I mean, right? If you do, let me know in the comment section, because I feel like I'm not making any sense right now. For his patches of skin, I used the bright green from the primary set, and then I went in and did a gradient where I was smoothing colors back and forth. I used the blue from the pastel set. So that way it's like blue going into green or green going into blue, depending on what direction the scars or patches were coming from. And then I used the darker, like a Kelly green, as I call it, for the shadowing of his skin. Next, I used my darkest choices of greens for his hair. And then when I started looking at him, I'm like, you're giving off Jolly Green Giant or perhaps Beast Boy. To which I say, I'm okay with that. I think he's a very handsome Jolly Green Giant Beast Boy. If anything, I think he looks super happy to be at the Star Festival with his lady. And see how I'm using that Kelly green as an undertone first, and then I went in and put the darker color of green on top, and I started shadowing and giving his hair waves and bumps so you can actually see the texture within the hair. Now on to my favorite part of coloring the guy. I went on ahead and used the blue from the pastel set, and then I faded it in with the blue from the primary set to give it a gradient. Last but not least, I used the purple from the primary set and finished off the ends, and then I went back and forth blending all of the colors together to make sure it actually flowed and looked very fluid and like a tie-dye pattern. And then I complemented his face with a yellow eye. I thought it would be cute to have them both have a version of blue star headband, just so you know that they're tied together and in love. Also, I was not going to color the entire background, so I just went in and colored in some of the dots and the hearts, of course. Once I finished coloring, I went back with the gel pen and just kind of touched up a couple of areas and gave it some shiny bits in the hair and in the eyes. Or eye, I guess I should say. And there you have it. These markers turned out to be a good investment. I like them. They give off really nice colors. They're not too over the top. They're straightforward and to the point. And then on the back, it only bled a little bit. It wasn't as juicy as Temu's, but that's okay. I'm cool with it. They work. I would say that I give them a 4 out of 5. I like them. I don't really have any complaints. They work. And they're dual tip sides. All of them work. So yeah. I enjoyed the markers, and if you want me to do a part 2 with some more of the other colors, I can do that. Just let me know in the comment section. But that is going to do it for this week's episode, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. All of this helps my tiny little channel grow, and I deeply appreciate all of it, all of you, so thank you so much. Also, I do have a Patreon. It is 18 plus, but you can be a free member and there's extra content on there that you won't see on YouTube. So if you're interested, please go check it out. Well, I shall be back next week with the painting episode that I wanted to do. But until then, I will see you when I see you. Love you all. Bye.